This story is about the life of Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam. Hazrat Yaqub, also known as Prophet Yaqub in Islam, holds a special place in Islamic history. He was the son of Hazrat Ishaq and the grandson of Hazrat Ibrahim. His life, full of trials, devotions, and moral lessons, is described in the Quran and various Islamic traditions. Here's comprehensive look at his life with key events and moral insights. First, early life and lineage. Hazrat Yaqub was born in Canaan, modern day Palestine, as the second son of Hazrat Ishaq and grandson of Hazrat Ibrahim. Growing up in a household of monotheistic faith, he was taught the ways of his father and grandfather, both esteemed prophet. Yaqub's lineage is significant as it connects him to some of the most important figures in Islam and other Ibrahim religions. He is part of the line that would lead to the tribes of Israel. Second, the rivalry with his brother Isa. Hazrat Yaqub had a twin brother Isa according to Islamic sources and interpretations of biblical stories. A rivalry developed between the brothers over the family's birthright and blessings. The rivalry ultimately led to Yaqub leaving his homeland to avoid conflict and to fulfill the divine plan set forth for him. He journeyed toward Mesopotamia following his mother's counsel. Third, divine dream and prophetic missions. Like many prophets, Hazrat Yaqub received divine messages through dreams, which guided him in his mission. Islamic tradition states that he was a devout servant of Allah, constantly striving to lead people toward monotheism. He was chosen by Allah to continue the message of his forefather, calling people to the oneness of God and righteousness. Fourth, marriage and life in Mesopotamia. Upon reaching Mesopotamia, Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam encountered his uncle Laban and fell in love with Laban's daughter Rachel. He offered to serve Laban for 7 years to marry her. Laban agreed but later deceived him by marrying him to his elder daughter Leah. Yaqub served another 7 years to marry Rachel. This chapter of Yaqub's life shows his patience and perseverance in the face of deceptions. Fifth, the blessing of sons and the 12 tribes of Israel. Hazrat Yaqub had 12 sons from his wives Leah, Rachel, and their handmaids Zilpah and Bilhah. Each of these sons became the progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel, marking Yaqub as a patriarch of a great nation. His sons included Yusuf, whose story is particularly famous for its profound moral and spiritual lesson in the Quran. Yaqub showed deep love and affection for all his children despite challenges that arose. Sixth, trial with his son Yusuf. One of the most challenging trials of Hazrat Yaqub life was the separation from his beloved son Yusuf. His other sons, driven by jealousy, plotted against Yusuf and sold him into slavery, deceiving Yaqub with a false story of his death. Yaqub's grief was immense, but his faith in Allah never wavered. He continued to pray and hope for Yusuf's return, showcasing remarkable patience, sabr. The Quran describes his profound sorrow, yet he maintained steadfast trust in Allah's plan. 7th, Prophet Yaqub, faith and patience. The Quran often highlights Hazrat Yaqub's patience and reliance on Allah. Even in his old age, when he lost his eyesight due to the grief of Yusuf loss, he remained hopeful and prayed for the reunion with his son. His character embodies the importance of patience and trust in divine wisdom, and he consistently placed his faith in Allah, believing that his son would return. 8. Reunion with Yusuf and rejoicing in Allah's mercy. Years later, through a miraculous series of events, Yaqub and Yusuf were reunited in Egypt. Yusuf and risen to a position of power, and through Allah's guidance, he revealed his identity to his brother who had come seeking help during a famine. Yaqub's eyesight was miraculously restored upon receiving news of his son. This reunion marks the climax of his story, demonstrating that patience and faith in Allah are always rewarded. 9th, Lessons from Hazrat Yaqub life, faith and patience. Hazrat Yaqub life is a testament to patience, especially during time of loss and hardship. He never lost hope in Allah, even in the darkest moment. Second, forgiveness. Despite the betrayal by his sons, Yaqub forgave them, embodying the spirit of mercy and compassion. Third, family bond. Yaqub's love for his family, despite their imperfection, shows the importance of maintaining strong family ties. Fourth, trust in Allah's plan. His story teaches that divine plans are often beyond human understanding, and one must trust in Allah's wisdom and timing. 10th, Hazrat Yaqub legacy. Hazrat Yaqub legacy is enshrined in his role as the father of the 12 tribes of Israel.